Pull up a chair? I know why you're here, and I know how you're feeling. You've spent weeks, maybe months, polishing that resume. You've matched every keyword, you've tailored every bullet point, and you've hit that apply button until your fingers actually ache. And yet, you're met with a silence so loud it feels personal. It feels like the world has suddenly decided you don't exist. I want you to take a breath for a second, because I need you to understand that this isn't about your talent. It's not about your worth. It's about a collision you didn't see coming. By the end of this year, 83% of global companies will have fully handed their hiring over to AI algorithms. Think about that. 83%. That means for most of the jobs you're looking at, a human being isn't even blinking at your application. The machine is filtering, ranking, and discarding before a pair of human eyes even gets the chance to be impressed. This is why the average search for high-income professionals like you is stretched out to 6 months. That's a 20% jump just since 2023. You're playing a game where the rules were rewritten in the middle of the night, and nobody bothered to give you the new manual. You're trying to be the perfect candidate in a system that is designed to treat perfection as a commodity. Let that number sit for a second. 83% of the gatekeepers are now code, and that code is looking for something very different than what you've been told to provide. But here's the thing. If the machine is designed to filter almost everyone out, how are the few who actually get through doing it? To find that answer, we have to look at a silent crisis happening inside these very companies. They are losing their minds, quite literally. Here's where it gets really interesting. While you're frustrated on the outside trying to get in, the people on the inside are panicking. There's this massive value realization gap happening. Nearly half of the organizations that rush to install these AI hiring tools, 43% to be exact, are now reporting that the tools are failing. They've automated the search, but they aren't finding the talent they actually need. Why? Because AI is incredibly good at finding standard excellence. It can find 1,000 people who can write clean code, or manage a budget, or build a marketing plan. But because it can find 1,000 of them, it has turned those skills into a commodity. In the eyes of the machine, expert is now the baseline. It's the floor, not the ceiling. Standard excellence has become a salary trap. See, in sectors like finance, tech, and law, AI-driven productivity is growing nearly 5 times faster than in other industries. The machines are doing the heavy lifting, but the machines also hallucinate. They miss context, they fail in ways that are quiet, expensive, and devastating. Companies aren't actually looking for another executor to run the machine. They are looking for system anomalies. They are looking for the rare individual who knows how to manage the gap between what the AI produces and what the business actually needs. They need people who can spot the hallucination before it costs them $10 million. I've seen this play out 100 times in the last year. The people getting the $300,000 offers aren't the ones who are the best at the task. They are the ones who prove they can govern the system that does the task. Now, this is the part that changes everything. We need to talk about the shift from executor to system architect. I want you to listen closely to these numbers because they represent the new map of the high-end job market. We are seeing elite AI product managers, people who don't just use the tools but oversee the entire integrated lifecycle, commanding total compensation packages between $150,000 and over $900,000. Yes, you heard that right, $900,000. These aren't just tech geniuses. These are what I call outcome architects. These are people who looked at their old jobs, maybe they were in operations or project management or research, and they realized that doing the work was no longer the highest value they could offer. They started focusing on edge case resolution. They became the people who solved the high-stakes problems where the AI fails. When the automated system breaks, or when the data doesn't make sense, or when the corporate memory starts to fade, they are the ones who step in. And the reward? We're seeing salary spikes of 40% for people who simply stop talking about their traditional KPIs and start talking about system-level interventions. This isn't theory. This is the blueprint for the highest compensation brackets in history. You aren't being hired to be a cog in the machine anymore. You're being hired to be the architect who ensures the machine doesn't drive the company off a cliff. Take a moment to process that. The job you've been applying for might not even exist in the way you think it does. Let's look at the next 2 years, because the window to make this pivot is open right now, but it won't stay open forever. By 2026, 90% of candidate sourcing will be fully automated by autonomous AI agents. That means the standard funnel is going to become even more crowded and even less human. But there's a massive side effect to all this automation: a total collapse in trust. Only 26% of candidates believe the current AI screening is fair. And guess what? Recruiters feel the same way. They are drowning in perfect AI-generated resumes, and they can't tell who is actually real anymore. This is your opening. This is the AI variable. Generic expertise is being commoditized at light speed. If you can do it and an AI can do it, your value is trending towards zero. But, and this is a big but verified AI skills, the ability to actually architect these systems now command a 56% wage premium. That premium has doubled in just 2 years. Companies are losing their institutional memory. Every time a senior person leaves, 45% of that company's specific. How we actually do things knowledge walks out the door. AI can't capture that tribal knowledge on its own. It needs a memory guard. It needs someone who can bridge human intuition with these digital systems. If you can show a company that you aren't just another person who knows how to use ChatGPT, but someone who can protect their unique business intelligence from being diluted by generic AI, you become unfireable. You become the anomalous hire they are desperate to find. So how do we fix this for you? How do you stop being a ghost in the machine and start being the architect? I want to give you 3 steps to take this week. No fluff, just the roadmap. First, we need to rebrand your professional identity. Stop calling yourself an executor. If you're a marketer, you aren't a content creator anymore. You're a knowledge architect. If you're in finance, you aren't a modeler. You're a system governor. Your resume shouldn't list tasks. It should list how you orchestrate systems and manage the edge cases where the automated models fail. Second, verify your technical bridge. You don't need to be a computer scientist, but you do need to understand the mechanics, deep learning, NLP, vector databases. These specific skills are driving a 38% increase in hourly earnings for independent contractors and even more for full-time roles. Get the certification, but more importantly, get the vocabulary. Third, and this is the most important part for your next interview, stop talking about what you do. Start talking about outcome architecture. Explain how you resolve that value realization gap. Tell them, I know your AI tools are probably failing to find the right nuance, and here's how I bridge that gap to ensure your 300K plus premium results. I've seen people use this exact shift to jump from $120 to $300 in a single move. It's not about working harder. It's about moving to where the value is actually being created in 2026. You're not a cog in the machine. You are the architect who ensures the machine delivers the value it was promised. That $300,000 anomaly hire isn't a job title you wait for. It's a value proposition you claim. Go build your profile. I'll be here when you're ready for the next step.